All right, so we are going to get started, and we're going to talk about what's been in the news a lot lately, and that is your health. But we're not just going to talk about your health, we're going to talk about health and wellness and some of the ways that you can be your best self. So let me get started here, and it is in the news every day, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but the basic guidelines in order to protect yourself and others is you must, 1, wear a mask, 2, stay at least 6 feet apart from other people, 3, avoid crowds, and 4, wash your hands often. And if we follow these guidelines, we'll have a much better chance at controlling the virus. And this, we have exciting news, which is we now have a safe and effective vaccine available. And if we want to return to normal, at least 70% of our population needs to get the vaccine. So please, when you have an opportunity, which will probably be in March or April or May for young people, get the vaccine. Pay attention to make sure that other people haven't had side effects. But it is effective, and maybe by next summer we won't have to wear masks. We'll be able to come back to school in person, and we'll be much more normal. So as we all know, the coronavirus has impacted more than our physical health. It's also impacted our well-being. And well-being includes our mental and emotional health, our social health, our spiritual health, as well as our physical health. So let's talk about what each of these means to you. Now, I'm going to tell you, the people I talk to are much older than you all are, and the generations are experiencing this differently. For physical, you know, we all feel like we need more physical activity, that we've been eating too much and cooking too much. So we're getting a little more tired. Older people don't like to sit around. We're not crazy about hanging out on social media all day. You know, we like to get out and move around and engage with people that way. And a lot of us are also feeling pretty okay. In social, we miss going out. We want to go to the restaurants and the movies. We're so tired of wearing a mask. You know, we want to see people's faces and their expressions. But we have learned how to use technology a lot better to connect with people. So, you know, we are joining the younger generation just a little bit. Our mental, emotional, I know a lot of older people are feeling very anxious about the virus because they worry, you know, if I get it, will I get really sick? And I think younger people tend not to get sick, although we have had some pretty awful stories too. We try to use as much humor as we can to cope. And, you know, we have to keep ourselves open to all the new strategies for helping our emotional well-being. And some folks really find that they're not sleeping well, which is kind of interesting. And lastly, our spiritual, people miss going to church, but they are connecting more with nature. They're doing meditation more often.
As you guys are reading, there are a lot of different ways that you can help build your body even while being in quarantine or not being able to go out as much. So just walking 30 minutes a day can be really beneficial. I even walk around my block, and that's like enough, even though it's freezing out. I'll get out there and do it if I can. And then exercise, obviously, just any way to get your blood up and moving. I mean, I play Just Dance, so I mean, I sweat after that, so that it helps a lot. Eating well, so obviously, you know, that's just eating like fruits and veggies and chicken and just stuff that's really healthy for you, because if you're putting healthy stuff in your body, you're gonna feel a lot better. Drinking water, a full glass of water in the morning will really boost your energy. I know that too very well. I drink a full glass of water every single day, and I feel so much better after I do it. I don't know, it just wakes me up. Sleeping well. I know it's so hard to like, I do it sometimes. I'll go to bed with like my phone, like I'll just be scrolling and then I'll just pass out after that. But it is important to turn it off at least 15 minutes before you go to bed is really beneficial. Obviously don't smoke. It's just not, not good, especially with the pandemic. It really targets your lungs. So don't smoke. And then just stretch every day, do yoga. Even just standing up when you wake up and just stretching your body out a little bit is really beneficial for your health.
The other thing we want to do is care for our mental and emotional health. And first and foremost, you need to love and value yourself. You are unique, amazing, and have a lot to offer your family, your friends, and the world. You need to be true to yourself. Focus on what makes you happy and healthy, and explore your passions and your dreams. Be positive. Positive self-talk is empowering. For example, you put on a gray sweater and you say, ugh, I hate this gray sweater. That's kind of negative. You put on that same gray sweater and you say, I'm going to rock this gray sweater. It's a completely different attitude, completely different mindset. Stimulate your brain. And I think you guys are all doing that by learning a new language and being in a new country. But solve puzzles, play games, read. Quiet your mind. If you're feeling anxious, try meditation, do some simple deep breathing, or a lot of people like to write in a journal. They like to write their thoughts, called journaling. Create a positive mindset. The only difference between a good day and a bad day is your attitude. And do yoga.
So, and lastly, you need to nurture your spirit, your inner self. So some strategies you might try are to pay it forward. So just doing something kind for another person. So that's even if you're going to Dunkin' and getting coffee, maybe paying for the person behind you or something. It could be as simple as bringing someone a cup of tea when they didn't ask for it as well. Spiritual. Might be doing something online right now, but you'll connect with others as well as a higher being. So practice gratitude every day. You can write something down that you're thankful for. I know that my mom, she got me a little journal, and it kind of helps me to write down things that I'm feeling if I'm waking up and I'm like kind of feeling crappy or whatever. So it is important sometimes to just write stuff down that you're feeling. And then just smiling, it's contagious. Just start a hobby, things like sewing or knitting or woodworking, those two things can be very beneficial. And then just doing things that you enjoy overall. So, without any guilt. So for some reason, I love to clean, so I'll clean. And it makes me feel so good, and I love the organization of it. So that's what makes me feel good. I know that a lot of people do not like to clean. So, but I know some people like to cook, or they like to study, or they like to just go for walks. Like, just do things that you enjoy. Focus on yourself. And lastly, again, do yoga. Yoga is very good at keeping your blood circulating. I did yoga in college, and I always felt so good but so tired after each session. So highly recommend it. If you're ever able to do it, you can just go on YouTube and just type in yoga, and they have like free videos if you want to just follow along on a couple of them.
We want you to be your best self. Build your body, nurture your spirit, care for your social and emotional health, and have happy living. Okay. That's the end of our presentation. Does anybody have any comments or questions? No. Okay.
Thank you guys for joining us. We do appreciate it. We love seeing you guys every week.
Yeah, it's great. So,
I always look forward to just seeing you guys, since I don't get to interact with you in person as much, unfortunately.
Right. So have a great day. Have great holidays.